What's up folks, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll discuss the best products according to their budget, performance, and more. Take a moment to check out the description below for the latest pricing and information. Best high-end ASUS ROG Maximus Z790 Extreme. This motherboard is a top-of-the-line gaming motherboard that is compatible with Intel 12th and 13th generation processors. This motherboard boasts impressive features such as PCIe 5.0, DDR5, 25 power stages, 5x M.2, 10 and 2.5 GB LANs, 2x Thunderbolt 4, USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 with Quick Charge 4+. These features make this motherboard a powerhouse for gamers and power users alike. The motherboard advanced cooling system ensures stable performance even during intense gaming sessions. Additionally, the motherboard's AI-powered features optimize system performance and deliver an immersive gaming experience. With the latest technologies and impressive features, this is one of the best picks motherboards out there. Best ATX Gigabyte Z690 Aorus Pro. It was almost inevitable that the top-end chipsets for Intel's next-gen Alder Lake CPU would end up being rather super expensive. That is compounded by its premium attachment to anything which mentions DDR5. Even so, this almost bucks that trend by providing a rounded feature set and DDR5 support for around a hefty price. Gigabyte has been smart about the ways it's spec'd by limiting it to just Wi-Fi 6 wireless as opposed to Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 gig Intel wired networking connections, and eschewing such unnecessary luxury as Thunderbolt 4 or another M.2 slot. It has managed to keep its price at least sensible. It's a good performer too, delivering systems and gaming performances easily on par with a far more expensive board. The BIOS is regularly maturing, which makes it completely confident in recommending the Gigabyte boards as our pick of the bunch. The only downside for this option is the high contrast design with lots of gray heat sinks, though many gray chipsets and M.2 cooling will be hidden beneath the GPU. It might not be the simplest board to blend in with your build. It provides good values for money and a nice rounded feature set. Features such as Thunderbolt 4, a 5th M.2 slot, or 10G LAN would add considerable extra costs, which is hard to justify. Most gamers will be happy with plain Wi-Fi 6, 4x M.2 slot, a strong VRM, and loads of USB ports. And at $330 you will have a few dollars that you can put toward the scarcer thing like the DDR5 memory or a faster GPU. Best Budget Z690 ASRock Z690 Extreme. This is a great motherboard to build your Alder Lake based system if you want to save money on another component. Its out-of-the-box performance with some heavy, multi-threaded application was somewhat slower than the average in some tests, but lightly threaded workload and gaming testings saw this board shine. Hardware-wise, this board is well equipped for its prices, including 3 M.2 sockets, a whopping 8 SATA port, dual Ethernet ports 1 GB E and 2.5 GB E, and integrated Wi-Fi 6E. The board looks good too, with the mostly black design, dark blue accent, bright RGB LED, and aesthetically pleasing notches in the PCB. There are many competing options in the $200 price range, but only the ASRock Extreme comes with integrated Wi-Fi 6E and 8 SATA ports. If you're into RGB lightings, which is the ASUS and MSI do not have at the price, this is the way to go. Unless you need more than 5 USB-A ports on the rear IOs, this is the best Z690 board we've seen around the $200 mark. Best B660 MSI Mag B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4. As a slightly more affordable Alder Lake option than some of the Z690 boards out there, this sacrifices some of the luxury yet still touts an impressive feature set. Not only are we looking at its great power design, but this little micro ATX board manages to easily fit 8 USB ports on the back panel, including one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, and a bunch of internal header on the boards itself. There's no overclocking capabilities or DDR5 support here, but seeing as it's one of the affordable routes in the Alder Lake platforms, it makes sense to go down the DDR4 path. One obvious thing that needs to be added to the feature list is the support for PCIe 5.0 graphics cards. Although, seeing as no such card currently exists, that's not the miss that you might think. Everything else is present and correct, including a reinforced x16 PCIe 4.0 slot for the GPU, another full-length slot running at 4x, and then a final short 1x PCIe 3.0 slot. Regarding performance, the switch from DDR4 to DDR5 doesn't make a huge difference. And if we're talking stock CPU performance, the same can be said for the switch from Z690 to B660. The 14-phase power design is configured so the V-core itself gets 12 phases, and combined with a 60A stage, that means this can keep a stock clocked core i9 12900K running at the same level as it will on far higher spec Z690 motherboards. This is a quality little micro ATX motherboard and is impressive that a sub $200 board will run the i9 12900K at its stock settings. Best X670E, ASRock X670E Taichi. This looks well distinguished, executive, and refined. Nevertheless, this incarnation of the Taichi certainly finds equilibriums between typically gaudy show-offs and dull, monochrome premium boards. The heatsinks are powdered. A diagonal stripe reaches across the entire board with a faux brush finish. The three contrast against each other, giving it depth for the design. As the CPU is now LGA and the mounting socket uses a clamping bar similar to that of the Intel board, AMD used the same cooler mounting brackets and backplate as AM4, meaning most cooler should fit AM5 sockets. To feed the new CPU and higher TDP, this gave the Taichi a robust power delivery systems, employing 24+2+1 phase with 105 amp stages. Two 8-pin power jacks are at the top left of the board, easily accessible with the sync cut backs. To keep the VRM temperatures under control, this employs a stealth active cooling system. As the eATX board's case compatibility requires a close eye. For the builders, the board usually means extra cautions when connecting anything on the board's leading edge. Another small annoyance is the sticker on the RAM slot. Peeling it off can leave small residues and scrapes over the slots. Heating the stickers with a hair blower on low heats will soften the adhesive, allowing it to peel off cleanly. As it is a safe bet, the first slot will nearly always be used for a GPU. The downside is this only has one expansion slot. Using the second slot for anything means the primary GPU drops to 5.0 × 8. Still, as GPU are far more saturating PCIe 4.0 slots. This is hardly a bottleneck. The 2 USB 4 port adds further value and aren't something seen as every X670 motherboard. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to hear more from us, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of our new videos.